माझा आहे हो. माझा आहे. Okay. Hello. Let us see introduction of next chapter, events and states. So, event. What is an event? You have studied in probability chapter event. Event A, event B, event C. When a die throw randomly, you get a prime number. Similarly, same concept is here event and state. In this dynamic model represents a time dependent aspects of system. It is concerned with temporal changes in states of objects in system. The main concept is state, transition, event, action. These are the four main concepts. Then what is a state? State, which is a situation at a particular condition during the lifetime of object. Transition, it is a change in a state, that is a transition. Then event, event, an occurrence of triggers transitions. Then action, it is an uninterrupted and automated computation that occurs due to some event and concurrency of transitions. A, a state machine model, the behavior of object as it passes through the number of states in its lifetime due to some events as well as the actions occurring during the events. A state machine is graphically represented through a state a transition diagram. So event classes and attributes. Event classes examples: airplane departs, that is airline, flight number, and from city to which city, from city to city. Then suppose next example is mouse button pushed, that is button and location. Button, okay, location left push, right push, forward, backward. Button is left side, right side. Then phone receiver lifted. Then digits dialed, that is digits. These are the event classes. Then what are the events? Suppose in case of aeroplane departs, in event classes, airplane departs, this is airline, flight number and city. So what is event? United flight 23 departs from Rome. This is the event, and event class is aeroplane departs. So in that attributes are airline, flight number, city. So airline is United flight. Then flight number is 23 and from city departs from Rome. This is the event. In case of mouse button pushed, button and location. So mouse button pushed, that is right mouse button pushed at button 29 location 30. Then phone receiver lifted, that is phone receiver lifted as it is. Then digits dialed in bracket digit. Which digit is dialed? That is that digit. Digit dialed 2, digit dialed 3, 4 and so on. So event classes, from event classes events can occur. So example, in previous before the handphones or mobiles, there are the phones from which we can dial a number one by one. So this is scenario of phone call. First lifts the receiver. Whenever receiver lifts, then dialing tone begins. If we dial some digit, then dialing tone ends. Then the called phone begins ringing. That is, ringing tone appears in called phone. Called party answers. Called phone stops ringing. Okay, whenever called party answers, at the receiver side, the receiver receives the receiver, then called phone stops ringing and then start called party to answer. A ringing tone disappears in calling tone phone. The phones are connected, then called party hangs up. This all description as shown in this figure, that is, this is event trace phone call. So first is left side is caller, right side is callee, and middle one is phone line. So whenever caller calls to someone, so first lifts the receiver. Whenever lifts the receiver, a dial tone begins from phone line to caller. Whenever dial uh, any number, that is dial tone ends, then dial a particular phone number, that is dial from caller to phone line. Okay, then after dialing phone number ends on, then a ringing tone occurs to both sides from phone line to caller as well as phone line to callee. So phone line to caller ringing tone, so phone line to callee is phone ring. So at the receiver side, whenever callee receives or lifts the receiver, then start answering the phone, then stop the tone, then phone is connected. Whenever we want to disconnect the phone, the callee hangs up the phone line and the connection is broken. This is event trace for phone call. So event trace diagram is event each event transmits information from one object to another object. In case of dialing tone begins, event transmits a signal from one phone line to the caller. In event trace, the identity of sender as well as identity of receiver of each event. Event trace diagram shows the sequence of events, the object exchanging these events. The event trace diagram shows objects as a vertical line, objects as a vertical line, and each event as a horizontal line from sender to receiver. See in this figure. So this is event trace diagram for phone call. The horizontals are the events occur, whereas vertical lines indicates vertical line indicates as objects and event occurs as horizontal lines. These are objects, caller, phone line, callee. These are the objects. Whereas the horizontal lines, these are the events. This is event trace diagram for phone call is asked for 8 marks. So please do it carefully. Then next concept is a state. A state is an abstraction of values. State is an abstraction of values and links of the objects. The state values of links are grouped together. The sets of values and links are grouped together into state according to gross behavior of object. A state is abstraction of values and links of objects. Sets of values and links grouped together into state according to gross behavior of objects. Example is the state of a bank. The state of a bank is either solvent or insolvent, depending on the whether its assets exceeds in liabilities. The states often corresponding in case of verbs suffixing ing, that is waiting, dialing, putting, okay, or duration of some condition, that is powered, below freezing. These are the some conditions. These are the states. So notation of states: solvent in case of some objects which are solvent, insolvent, waiting, dialing, powered, below freezing. So objects in a class have finite number of possible states. Objects in a class have finite number of possible states, one or possibly larger number. Each object can only be in one state at a time. Each object can only be in one state at a time. Objects may parade through one or more states in their lifetime. A state specifies the response of an object to input events. The response may include the invo- invocation of behavior or a change of state. The state may be characterized in various ways. Suppose here state alarm ringing, alarm ringing. Description: alarm on watch is ringing to indicate target time. How events sequentially occur? Set the alarm, that is target time. Any sequence not including clear time, clear alarm. Okay. When current time is equal to target time. When current time is equal to target time. What is the condition? Alarm on. Alarm set to the target time. Okay. Target time is less than equal to current time is less than equal to target time plus 20 seconds, and no button has been pushed since target time. This is the condition. So when current time is equal to target time, then alarm ringing. So what its event when current time is equal to target time plus 20, reset alarm, and for 20 seconds alarm can be ringing. So then reset alarm and next stage is normal. Any button is pushed, again reset alarm and it is normal. So then next, transitions and conditions. Transition is an instantaneous change, a randomly change from one state to another state. Transition occurs when event occurs. Transition occurs when its event occurs, unless an optional guard condition causes the event to be ignored. A guard condition is a Boolean expression that true in must be true in order from transition to occur. The choice of next state depends on both source state as well as event received. Then state transition diagram we will see in next lecture. We stop here.